From somewhere below the surface of the Midwest, in the studio wing of the adult fans of Nerf's secret bunker, this is the AFoN Show. With your hosts, Mr. K and Mr. S.
Hello Nerf Nation! Well, welcome to another tubular episode of the Adult Fans of Nerf Show.
Tubular. You went there.
Yes.
Wow. It's summertime. Summertime. And we're excited because we just found out about some new Nerf Super Soaker stuff that we had no idea was coming out, didn't know existed, and yeah.
Yeah, and we haven't talked about Super Soakers yet. We figure, start of summer, best time to talk about.
Heck yeah, everybody's going to the pool, playing outside, it's getting hot. I know it's hot today. So, we're thinking about Super Soakers. Let's talk about Super Soakers.
Absolutely. And let's start out with the new stuff.
The new stuff.
Because that's what everybody wants to hear. Everybody's seen most of the old stuff.
Yeah, we got some new stuff here. This thing has saved my life more than once already. We just got it.
We did have an opportunity to play with all the new stuff last week.
Last week was pretty awesome. This thing is pretty cool. It's a blow-up blast shield. It's all like an inner tube and cool. And it takes a beating pretty well too, from both the new grenades and the regular, like the shot blast and everything.
Yep, and even on the box it has, kids playing in the pool with Super Soakers and using this as a blast shield.
It's awesome.
It's the little bunker, I should say, because this guy's the blast shield.
That's the shield. Yeah, that thing is awesome.
Yes, and the one gripe I do have about it is this handle on the back. It's inflated.
Yep.
I don't really care for that.
It feels like you're squishing it.
Yeah, and it feels like it's gonna snap, like just tear right there.
Now, we did have a couple of instances with this thing. We were throwing the grenades around and it just kind of deflected off the blast shield and smacked them in the face, which was pretty awesome, I gotta say, but...
Hold it like this, not like this. But yeah, it does deflect pretty well. It does hold off this blasts and grenades and stuff.
Speaking of grenades, these are the new squishy grenades. They're pretty cool. They come in a few different colors. You see the holes all over them? That lets water seep in right into the sponge, so you squeeze them and it soaks up all that water, and you can fit a lot of water in these things.
Yes, you can.
They get pretty heavy.
Yeah, they do. These are akin to what I would call stress balls.
Yeah, definitely.
They have the same kind of material. I think it's probably even the same material that's in the Enforce stuff.
Yeah,
that might be a little. That's a little firmer.
But I mean, it doesn't have holes in it.
Yeah. But yeah, they're pretty cool, and like Travis said, they're heavy when they're full of water, and so they do hurt. You get hit in the neck a couple of times, and you look out.
You look out for it. Yeah, it was so cool. I was diving, kind of jumping like this, and I caught one right in my face, and I was wearing vision gear at the time, and it hit me with such force that it popped both of the bows off of the vision gear, and I splashed into the water.
Vision gear is not really made for Super Soakers. Speaking of which, they do actually have a new Super Soaker branded goggles. I was not fortunate enough to find a pair, but they will protect you a lot better than the vision gear will from the water.
They are, I'm guessing they're either rare or really popular. I'm hoping they're really popular. And this poor thing, we kind of beat the crap out of our, what do you want to call this, a bomb?
Grenade, or, well, those
RPG.
Grenades. That one's kind of like a rocket grenade.
And I kind of got a chunk taken out of it. We kind of beat the crap out of this thing, but it works really well as a football in dry land, and you can skip it across the water really well.
You can skip all the bombs, or the little grenades, across the water.
Yes, but this one hurts more.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And
it's okay. It's a good kind of pain.
Yeah, your son was playing with this, and he had the tendency of grabbing it like this and wailing on it, and that's what we think happened to some of these. That's why it's got cracks and stuff.
Broken it a little bit.
It might have broken stuff, so...
Because he was whacking them on these.
Yes.
These are breakaway targets that you float on the surface of the water and then you throw the grenades and stuff at them to try and get points. So there's a game to this also. My son didn't grasp that concept. He just swam up to these and whacked them with the RPG.
Yeah,
which I guess works too, but
yeah. So yeah, these little guys are cool. Now, these targets came with one of the grenades. One of the grenades came with the bunker, and then one came with the shield. And with the shield and the bunker, you can actually get different colors.
So they got a team oriented.
Yeah, I've seen that there's a white team, a blue team, and an orange team actually.
Okay.
I haven't seen any others than that, but I would assume that's probably it.
You can also get the grenades in 2 packs, right?
Yes, you can get the grenades in 2 packs. That's the other way that I got the grenades. And the grenade, or the rocket grenade, comes in a pack by itself.
Now, there's also this thing, which I don't know. I don't know what if the fins are supposed to be out like this, or if they're supposed to.
I honestly don't think so.
A little bit.
I think the fins just kind of got bent.
So this is kind of a Titan rocket, but it's longer. It's got 2 sets of fins. It's hollow though, so you can't really.
Yeah, it's not going to work as a Titan missile. Just to be clear, because it does have the hole all the way
Does
through.
have the hole all the way through.
And the hole's just too small.
Oh, so it won't even fit on the barrel.
Yeah. The hole's just a little too small.
And this thing kind of flies. It's hit or miss. It's hit or miss.
If you could get the fins to sit properly, it'd probably work a lot better.
Probably. But it's still fun to have on the pool. If you're careful with it, you might be able to use it as a little floaty device.
Yeah, it does float in the pool. Yeah. They also recommended to throw it back and forth like a football, but it doesn't really fly that straight. You can't really aim it. The rocket grenade actually works better as a football.
It really does. You can get a nice spiral on it.
Next thing we're going to talk about is the only new Super Soaker released this year, thus far.
What about the little one?
Oh yeah, the little one.
Wasn't the Electrostorm new this year too?
Okay.
We got a couple to cover.
I'm wrong. The one we're missing though is the Shot Blast. I forgot about
the white repaint of the Shot Blast, right?
Was the Shot Blast originally?
Yes, it was. You could get it in blue or red.
Oh, yeah, I still have one.
See, something that I knew that he didn't.
I don't keep track of the Super Soakers too much.
Because he doesn't consider the Super Soakers real Nerf, but I do.
They are Nerf, and that's why we're covering them. I just don't, they're just not an integral part of my collection.
They are to me.
And you know, Super Soakers haven't always been Nerf. They were Laramie for quite a while, and it would kind of be nice to collect them all.
Nerf's been with other brands too. So,
yeah,
potato tomata. Let's talk about the Lightning Storm.
Alright, now the Lightning Storm is the bigger badass brother to the Lightning Storm?
Thunderstorm. This is the Lightning Storm.
Okay,
Thunderstorm
the Thunderstorm
was the other one. If you strip all of the stuff off of the, I'm just going to lay this on the floor, strip all the stuff off of the Lightning Storm, it's just a blue repaint of the Thunderstorm, which was their first real battery-operated super soaker, which is really, really cool. I haven't had the cojones to bring this down to the pool to see how watertight the battery chamber is, but there is a, what do you want to call it, sealer or washer around the battery thing to make a seal. I just don't know how watertight it is, and I don't want to pry mine out to find out.
Don't want to trust it.
But it comes with the new water barrel clip, which is quite the thing. Quite heavy when it's full of water. It holds quite a bit of water. I don't know the exact ounceage, but it's a lot.
We actually did go and measure this, and it...
We did, yeah. It was a...
It takes about 13 minutes to release all of the water from here.
If you hold down the trigger and do a continual spray, you'll go for about 13 minutes.
Yeah, and that's quite a bit, so this is quite a good advantage.
And it has this really nice removable buttstock, which I just love the design of this thing. It's just
absolutely
cool.
Everybody seems to love it. It's just an awesome shape. I wish they would release it in more colors.
The blast shield is really cool too. However, I did find out I mounted this on my what do they call that one?
Shot Blast?
I know all this. Yeah, the Shot Blast. That's what it is. Mounted this on my Shot Blast, and this will not hold up to a grenade. It pops it right off the tactical rail. But I really like the Lightning Storm. It's really great. And if you put the barrel clip and the buttstock on the Tornado Strike,
It looks pretty badass.
Into a beast.
So yeah, and then this is the Electrostorm, which is a tiny little battery-powered Super Soaker.
Yeah.
And it's kind of loud, and it's kind of weird when it first starts up because it kind of just ramps up until you start firing for a while. So, but yeah, it holds a little bit of water. It's pretty hefty actually for being so little, but it takes 4 batteries in the back. So
it's got good weight to it. It actually feels pretty balanced. It's fun.
yeah.
I don't even know the name of this one. It's not written on it.
It is too. It's
Where?
Microburst.
Microburst. Okay, I didn't even know that they came out with this one until Matt showed it to me when I got here. This one's pretty interesting. It's just a little pump action. I'm not going to do it because there was water in here and he doesn't want me to get things wet.
There's stuff that I don't want to get wet. Go ahead and try and spray me.
There we go, a little mist. But the bottom screws off. The unfortunate thing about this though is if you say it doesn't, you twist it too much, that's what I'm trying to say. It'll just keep turning.
Yeah, I think that might wreck the threads. I'm not sure, but
I think over time it will, so be careful with it.
yeah, you really only want to turn it like that maybe once.
Turn it till it stops, don't try and
Yeah.
wrench it shut.
So yeah, that's all for the stuff that came out this year. We got a couple of things that came out last year and something that came out the year before. That came out the year before. This was one of the first blasters that Nerf did.
This was kind of the introduction to Nerf getting the Super Soaker line. This is the Shot Blast. Probably one of the more cool additions to the new Super Soaker line. This really got my interest. I was a little bummed that it didn't have a trigger, but when I actually got to shoot it, there's a reason we call it the temporary blinder, we'll just say. But the scope is really cool. You can put on all of your Red Series or Crimson Series end strike blasters. Is a really great addition to it, as well as the buttstock removable, like the one from the Raider, right?
It's very nearly like the one that comes in the Raider, except for the back is a little bit more rounded. It is a specialized one, but it is very similar to the Raiders.
It has this really cool Super Soaker kind of
Soaker Wars
icon on it that I really liked.
Yeah. Now you can't get the red or the blue anymore, really. What you're going to be seeing is the new white, blue, orange Super Soaker color theme with that.
As much as I like the red and the blue, I think the white is far superior.
The white works really well. It's a lot like the Dart Tag stuff.
Yep.
It's monocolored, so anybody from any team can use it. You know, you can just
Yep.
My Tornado Strike.
I like the Tornado Strike. The cool thing about the Tornado Strike is it's really hard to shoot somebody in the face with it because it shoots in a ring. You can get close range with somebody and shoot them with the barrel facing right at them and not get them in the face. And it gives you a breeze.
Yeah, and like Travis was saying before,
Let's do it.
It looks pretty badass.
Boom, piece number 1. Boom, piece number 2. Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, it looks pretty badass with this, because I mean, this is definitely a hefty blaster.
It's awesome.
And it just makes it look so much cooler.
It's something out of Terminator almost.
Yeah, something out of some, or Aliens or something like that.
Yeah,
Just
it's awesome.
a sci-fi blaster, like AK crossover type thing. So yeah, that's the Tornado Strike is pretty damn cool. This one, not so much.
I haven't had a chance to play around with this one too much.
I had high hopes for it originally, but it just kind of goes. It does.
There's not much range to it at all. Huh?
Not much range to it at all. It does. It does, however, shoot like a big stream. It's like that big around.
Okay.
So it shoots a big stream.
So
it just doesn't shoot it very far.
Does it only
hard.
have like 2 shots in it then?
No, I'd say there's quite a few shots in it, but it just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't pack a punch
And
like you would think.
this shield has never really appealed to me. I don't really like it.
It's a unitasker. It's really only good on that one.
It really is, because if you try and use it on anything else, it's all wonky.
Yeah. If you get 2 of them, it looks okay on some.
Well, yeah, if you have two of it, it kind of, if you have like two on this one, they'll balance the blaster out a little bit. I'm trying to find my words there.
Yeah.
Visually, yes. Otherwise, it just looks kind of weird.
Yeah, yeah. I was really expecting it to be more powerful for how big it is, but you know, it's hard to get a blaster that big to shoot safely, I suppose. I don't know. Laramie's done it in the past. I'm surprised Nerf hasn't used some of their tech. I'm sure a lot of this is, but
I don't know.
yeah.
I did like a lot of the old Laramie Super Soakers we had. I had one that had a backpack on it.
Oh yeah.
Or like the family reunions.
This guy is a point break, kind of a 6-shooter style.
I like it. It looks like something out of Trigun.
Yeah.
Definitely. Anime. You do have a point.
It's like classic anime. It's like the thing you watch after Akira.
That's kind of how it went for me, but we could talk about anime all day long. Let's talk about the point break.
Yeah. So the point break is a nice little, pump blaster. Not really my favorite because it has such a small stream. It's just basically like a dollar store squirt gun almost. It looks and it holds up better.
Well, in my mind, all brands have to have that one. That one that's just not that great, but you get it to complete your collection.
Yeah, yeah, and the Electrostorm kind of suffers from the same thing, but it has battery power, so it's not nearly as bad.
It's just cool.
Yeah. The one that we don't have here is Shot Blast. You have that, or no?
I have a white Shot Blast.
Scattershot.
Scattershot is the
shotgun-looking one.
The shotgun-looking one. Mine's broken, so I didn't even really get a chance to test it.
Yeah, but the other one that we're missing is the Rattler, which came out at the same time as
the Shot
Blast.
Yeah, I don't even.
You have a Rattler. It's mine.
I do. Yeah, the blue one. The blue one. That's right. And we also don't have the barrel brakes or the bottle blast.
Yes, bottle blast. Bottle blast is pretty cool to play with in the pool because they have a little straw that comes out and into the bottle that you can actually use and submerge underwater. Just continually go.
Ammo. Yeah. Infinite ammo in the pool. It's awesome. But you can use up to. It's got common threads on it, so you can use it with any type of bottle up to like a 2 or a 3 liter bottle of soda if you really want.
I don't know if you can do 3 liters. Most 3 liters
do 3 liters have a wider?
I think they might.
I know you can do a 2 liter with it.
Yeah, at least a 2 liter, and that's really what it's intended for. It's intended to not only use the bottle that came with it, but your own. And I'm sure if you're ingenious enough, you could probably figure out a way to hook it up to a hose.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you could. That would be awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, we love playing with those. The Rattler is pretty good. It's really along the lines of the Point Break, only bigger, holds more water.
Yeah, basically.
It's kind of like a P90 almost. Or well,
it's not quite a bullpup as far as design goes, but it's like a futuristic machine gun basically.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
So I think that's all of the.
As far as I know, I don't think there's anything else. A lot of them, the ones that came out in the blue and red series, have also been repainted for the new series.
Yes.
A few of them.
Actually, now that I think about it, there's a couple that have been store exclusives that I haven't picked up because I'm not really all that keen on them.
Oh, those are the little like
the little ones that
$4 or $5 ones.
Yeah, some of them come in 2 packs. So
yeah.
There's
party packs or whatever.
Yeah, and
they're just little pump ones too, kind of like.
Yeah, they're ones they've released in the past before they started doing these.
Yeah, because there was a small. Yeah. Anyway, you can find them.
Yeah, they're pretty easy to find. Target usually has an exclusive one. I don't know about Walmart. I don't really go to Walmart that often. Toys R Us probably does too.
They're kind of the big ones that really get the exclusives anyway.
Yeah.
As far as Nerf stuff goes.
I don't know. Super Soakers, like I said, I've never kept that close an eye on them, so I don't know when new stuff comes out all the time.
I kind of pay attention to that stuff. I'll see like a sale in the Toys R Us ad, and I'll scour the website and look at stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's all we have for Super Soakers.
It's fun in the summer sun.
Absolutely. We wanted to give you a look at the new stuff that's come out. Definitely like the grenades. I think they have potential in possibly regular Nerf as well.
That would be cool, yeah. Rig them with Velcro and use them for dart tag.
You're dead.
How
I
do
got you with a grenade.
How can you tell? You got a grenade stuck to you. Oh.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
That would be sweet. We should do it.
You remember how the Titan missile went?
The Titan missile was a failure.
Yeah.
I so wanted it to work.
Yeah, we might have to try something different, like a Velcro cloth or something. But that's all for now.
Have fun. Go out in the sun. Play with some super soakers. Go out to the pool. You deserve it.